Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to buckle up on this episode of Ayg's Carton of Knowledge, because in today's video we will be diving into a brief history of Down syndrome. Let's start with what Down syndrome is. Down syndrome is a copying of the 21st chromosome in a developing baby. This happens when the sperm penetrates the egg and there's only a 1 in 1,000 chance of the chromosome being copied, although the statistic slightly increases as women age. They usually have a mild to moderate intellectual disability in comparison to a child with 46 chromosomes and a few distinct physical characteristics. It would be very inconsiderate to say that someone with Down syndrome is not as smart or well-functioning as a typical person, but to artificially temporarily achieve the lower IQ that is common in children with Down syndrome, try chasing a bar of Xanax with a Jaeger bomb and taking your midterms. Down syndrome was first described in 1862 with English physician John Langdon Down coining the syndrome as his discovery and proposing that they be called Mongoloids, as he believed individuals with Down syndrome looked physically similar to those of the Mongol race. Now, I hate genocide-loving dictators as much as the next guy, so I don't feel bad for saying I kinda see it. Now, from the 1800s on, most people afflicted with Down syndrome were either killed early or abandoned, because who was gonna go off to war and distill moonshine with a kid walking around that can't breathe without you draining his nose every 2 hours? The lucky few that did make it to adulthood were promptly sterilized as soon as they started to show signs of sexual desires. Around 1950s and on, these children started getting help they needed. It was baby steps, of course, but after we stopped chopping off their Twinkies and tying up their ding-dongs, special education and other help soon became available nationwide. And lastly, there is one plus side to having Down syndrome. You can vape and smoke as much as you want because 1, who the hell's gonna stop you? And 2, people with Down syndrome are at a much lower risk for lung cancer and any sort of solid tumors in their body at all. That's it for today's lesson of Ayg's Carton of Knowledge, and I'll see you in the next one.